Good morning and evening, everybody, and welcome to the fourth live team meeting for the Zel Foundation. Today, we're going to be talking about some news and updates. We're going to be presenting an updated short-term roadmap, and we're going to be also talking about some product development, and then at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. Parker.
Parker here, trial 123. Last meeting, the topics we covered were the Copay wallet, which is independent of operating system, and some of the feedback looks like you guys like the Copay wallet. The Android APK beta wallet was released. Talked to a few people about that, and it seems also that feedback's good. ZelCash was added to the GraviX exchange. Still working on adding more devs to the foundation, Zel Foundation, and we also talked about the updated website that is under development and getting ready for release.
So in this week's news and updates, we are probably going to be releasing the new website, which, to explain what our plan is with the websites, we're going to have the Zel.cash website is for the ZelCash project, the thing that's out now that everyone's using. This is going to still be the domain, Zel.cash, and we're aiming to design it as a one-page design website. So this is an intermediary kind of release at the moment. So this is going to be new updates. It's going to have our more than half the team members' faces are on there with our names. You can find out who we are, what we are. There's a lot of people like that sort of transparency. In the spirit of transparency, we've also moved the dev fund to a transparent T address as well. So that can be viewed on the blockchain, and that's front of center of the new website. You can jump on and have a look at the Block Explorer and find out all the transactions to and from the dev address. Also, to give you an update on the new white paper we've been working on, we're completely rewriting it with over 80% original content, really explaining the way the ZelDev platform will work and the reason we need these master nodes, which we're calling Zel nodes, and the sort of idea behind the whole project, really, to sort of really get it across technically. Also, we're going to be talking about ZelTrez. We're aiming to release around June, maybe May. I think early May might be a target. It'll be a V1 release with a few features. Then the Zel UNI, which is a educational type program, I believe. Elsewhere, we'll be doing another live Ask Me Anything sort of thing about it later in the week, discussing what it is, as well as other charity work the Zel Foundation is going to be doing. And then Sparkit's going to be talking about the marketing plan that we have in development today. We also have the ZelCash Copay wallet released on the Google Play Store. So you just search up ZelCash on the Google Play Store and you can download the app straight from the Google Play Store. Also, we're still waiting for Crypto Bridge. They seem to be delayed with expecting Zcash fork coins like ZelCash, and we're still waiting on that from them. We're also working on Damien bug patches for the pool owners, as well as other people that have nodes hosted, and we're also trying to fix the network the best we can. We seem to be pretty stable, but we're still having some inconsistencies in block time, so we're working on that. And then last point here is the Discord usability improvements. So Parker, do you want to take about that for a little bit?
Sure. There's been a little feedback about adding some bots here and there for the Discord. So I'm working on that. Also trying to come up with an idea of how to engage with the community a little bit more through maybe like a trivia or kind of a little sweepstakes thing like some of the other coins do. So I'll be working on that the next couple of weeks and ask for your feedback from the community.
I also believe we're working on getting a Telegram channel set up, and we're also looking right now for a social media manager. If anybody in the community is interested in that kind of role, we'll be happy to talk to you about that. Someone that uses Twitter actively, spends time on Reddit, and is used to the sort of marketing aspect of social media. That'd be great. Okay, so the QT roadmap, we are aiming to release the final version of the websites. So we're going to have the main Zel.Foundation. That's going to be a little bit of a foundation, the work it does, and all the different projects under the Zel Foundation. ZelCash, ZelTrez, Zel UNI, the ZelDev platform as a whole. Then we're working on network improvements, as mentioned before. We're aiming to have an iOS wallet out. We're going to try and have that either out as ourselves, as maybe a Copay-like application, or we may try and get on something like Coinomi, because I believe they're slated to be on iOS soon. Finally, we're aiming to release a V1 of ZelTrez. We'll discuss what's going to be included in V1 and what that sort of brings to the table for crypto as a whole, really. But first, Sparkit, do you want to talk about marketing?
Sure. Hello everyone, Sparkit here. I'm going to talk a bit about the marketing plan we have in development. I can start with, if you want to help out with some marketing, just hit anyone up in the Discord channel. The ideas we have right now is YouTube videos. It's always good to get people making videos for Zel. So if you're interested, contact us and we can come with ideas and help you out. Graphics contest. We'll have a graphic contest where one of the top 3 designers will get the opportunity to join the Zel team as a social media graphics designer, and also getting more tasks up apart from just social media. One idea we've had is to have a street art contest where you make street art on legal graffiti walls. We don't want to encourage people doing illegal stuff, but we know there's a lot of legal graffiti walls around Europe, at least. And the last and probably the biggest idea we have right now is merchandise. We will make t-shirts or polo shirts, hoodies, stickers, cups, pink glasses, and Zel onesies. We don't know exactly when you'll be able to buy, but it will be in a near future.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be slated for around during Q2, and you'll also be able to purchase stuff for Zel, not just other cryptos or fiat currencies as well. Okay.
That's all from me.
Yep. Okay, so next I'm going to be talking a little bit about ZelTrez, what it is, why we're going to make it, and when it's going to be released. So to quickly sum up, ZelTrez is a project for us that we're going to aim to bring the Zel name to a global stage, especially in the crypto community, to compete with wallets such as Exodus, Jax. Great wallets. Some of them, one of them, Jax, is cross-platform. Exodus is beautiful, and we're sort of taking the best elements of both and then adding to that, and what we think is sort of needed. So it's going to be a downloadable cross-platform application. It's going to be a multi-asset wallet, and that's going to be the first release we're going to have. So it's going to be including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Zcash, ZenCash, and obviously Zel as well, and a few other cryptocurrencies. Any suggestions, fire them our way. We are also going to be tailoring the wallet for Zel, so you'll be able to activate your masternodes, your Zel node through the ZelTrez application, and it's sort of going to be our way of moving away from the Swing wallet. It's going to allow you, when you're installing, hopefully, to choose to have the light or full version of each cryptocurrency you decide to have on the ZelTrez wallet. So, for example, if you don't want to download the 160 plus gigabyte Bitcoin blockchain, you can just use a light version, but maybe you want to download the full Zel Cash blockchain so you can sort of support the network and keep an open node when your wallet is running. That'd be great. So that allows people to decide, what they want to support fully and download, and what they're trying to use on a lightweight, which allows a mobile wallet to come along pretty easily as well. Then in later releases, along with Zel nodes, that the Zel Dev platform will come along with that. We believe we're going to release Zel nodes before the Zel Dev platform, sort of give it time to sort of expand and build. During that time, we'll be doing a lot of marketing work. We're going to be aiming for the bigger exchanges such as Binance and Bitfinex, etc. And that's where we think Zel would come to a global stage. Right now, we are coming up with unique things. So ZelTrez and the Zel Dev platform, they both need to sort of be made. We can't just, we feel we don't want to just start marketing ourselves massively when in reality we haven't done much. We're still just a ZCash fork at the end of the day. So we want to actually come up with more interesting products and bring stuff to market that we've made ourselves and that's sort of unique to Zel. So after the Zel Dev platform is released, to showcase its capabilities, we are going to be releasing a decentralized exchange built by us. This is slated for 2019, maybe Q4 2018, but no intense development's been started on it. The aim will be to bring a Changelly-like exchange, so easy to use for first-time users, which would automatically execute orders on the more advanced exchange interface, so people are used to nowadays, and it's sort of be a competitor to decentralized exchanges that are already out there. We're aiming to do them better, quicker, and to have a better customer experience. Also, inside of ZelTrez, there is going to be a decentralized app store, so you can install decentralized applications not only built on the ZelDev platform, but also on other chains. For example, the status application on the Ethereum chain. And that would be able to install directly inside of the ZelTrez application, or you'd have the option to download it outside of it on your PC. The ZelTrez's release will be, the V1 release would be on Mac, Linux, Windows, and Android. And then a later web version and iOS version hopefully will follow. We are also aiming in 2019 to be able to have fiat currency sort of acceptance to be sort of a buy-in point to sort of compete in that market as well. So to be a hub for crypto, really. A one-stop shop, really. So that sort of sums up what ZelTrez is, what it's going to be, and what our aim of the project is. It's going to be a hub for ZelCash. It's going to be a hub for crypto, and hopefully everybody in crypto would be using it. It's going to implement hardware security as well as password security, and we're working on unique ideas like a identification chain that people will be able to log into different accounts, and then as a sort of one key access to all those different accounts, like your Google account, your Google Plus account, your Facebook, your Twitter account, could all be logged in through this one chain. That's a project we're working on to build into ZelTrez, but in the V1 release, it's just going to be a multi-asset wallet. Don't think this week we've had any community suggestions, Parker, so leave them in the hashtag suggestions channel inside of Discord. We are working on getting a Telegram channel sorted as well, so if there are any Russians out there that want to help with that, that'd be great, because I believe Telegram is a sort of Russian-focused communication platform, so that'd be great. And then finally, we're now going to open up for a Q&A. So if there's any questions or anything from the team that wants to be said now, it's open. We are going to be returning with Elsewhere later on in the week with a sort of more in-depth video, and sort of it'll be another live stream regarding the Zel UNI and the charity work of the Zel Foundation, which he heads. We have the questions and answers open for the next 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you. We were asked if ZelTrez is going to release on all platforms at the same time. We're going to release a V1, which is going to be the multi-asset wallet. That's going to release on Windows, Mac, Linux, and Android, hopefully. But for sure, we'd be releasing it at the same time on the 3 desktop platforms, and then iOS and Android and a web version to follow, potentially. Also, I'd like to mention there are a few suggestions for the Copay wallet. We're going to release a update for that. So if you're on Android, that'll automatically install. It won't be anything major, but a few little typo fixes here and there. That's all. But the overall support for the Copay wallet seems to be good. Everyone seems to sort of like it, and I mean, it is a great bit of software to use, in my opinion. Any idea how many will be needed for a masternode? Any guesses? I think it's a good opportunity to talk about the masternode system and why we need it and what it is, because there's some confusion regarding that. So we can't say. You can take an estimate. You can discuss it in the masternode channel. The team hasn't got an official number on it. It's going to be community voted. We're going to guide it. We're going to say sort of this sounds like a good amount, guys, and you guys can then vote and suggest what you think is best. We need a lot of them, 1,000 plus would be great. It'd give us a secure and the opportunity to truly scale and be able to scale, unlike other development platforms, and still remain decentralized. And the more the merrier, would really. But we don't want them to be too cheap so that people don't actually care about them. So we need them to sort of stay up, really. The reason for them and how they will work. So a lot of people hear the cross-chain, the Ether-like chain, and they think, right, so we're going to get paid out in another crypto. No. What we're going to do is implement masternodes, and then whatever percentage of the block reward is decided to go to masternode holders, so we'll keep referring to them as masternodes for now, so you to get the basic concept of each block. There is going to be a percentage reward to masternode holders, split between them. You can maybe take a ballpark figure of less than 25%, potentially. Who knows? Going to be voted. And you're going to be paid out in ZelCash, the Equihash coin that's out now. What it allows us to do would be to run these other blockchains on this decentralized network of always up nodes. That's the reason and incentive for them, and that's why we need them, and that's why we are developing them, to allow us to bring the Zel Dev platform, a decentralized and scalable decentralized application development platform. That's why they exist. That's why they're going to exist. And that's about it on them. Release is probably going to be Q4, potentially Q3. We think we might just release the Zel nodes update to the ZelTrez wallet, and then that'll allow people to start getting, and obviously update the chain, that'll allow people to start getting their nodes up. And then we'll introduce the Zel Dev platform with the SDK, probably in Q1 2019, potentially. Maybe Q2, we'll see. One thing I'd like to address while we're on that topic is the comments in Discord saying, oh, the price is low. Oh my God, why? It's because we're not marketing, I believe. And that's what we're remedying now. So with Sparkit in charge of the marketing department, we are going to be working to get merchandise and to get videos made on Zel. That's all going to probably come along with ZelTrez V1. So once we make that, we release that, we've made something ourselves sort of that's unique to us. That's when we're going to be happy to sort of let that fly. And a lot of marketing will then be done around then, bigger exchanges as well. But I think CryptoBridge will be a great aim for us now to sort of move off Stocks Exchange and to move off GraviX, and then to also get on CoinMarketCap. That's an aim for Q2, so we're definitely going to get on CoinMarketCap hopefully by the end of Q2 as well. there's any other questions, fire them away. We're going to keep this open for the next minute. Okay, so there's a question about network stability improvements. Yes, we are still ironing out some issues, but I believe it's been more stable recently. But there are still slight issues and block time inconsistencies here and there. So we obviously want to work on that, and we're going to keep working on that. The decision, when specifically will the decision be made about Zel nodes? The amount for a Zel node will probably come out just before their release. You know, it's easy to change the parameters around that. So you could say Q3, maybe mid to late Q3. We are going to come out with an updated timeline on the new website as well, so you guys can sort of see along what we're aiming for and working towards. I think also what we're going to bring up with regarding to ZelTrez, I think the trunk actually sent the first transaction from it as well. So we're getting somewhere with it, and we are going to spend quite a bit of time on the front end of ZelTrez to make sure, you know, it's unique, but we will see. Okay, last minute of questions. Okay, guys, thank you. That's going to do it for the 4th Zel Foundation live meeting. We are going to have elsewhere on live later on in the